Living in the moment, death, why are these so connected? Is it a joyful subject? Is it a sad subject? Painful subject? Or just life? Stay tuned if you want to know, if you want to hear what I have to tell. Hi, my name is Lotfi Murat. In this video I would like to share with you some insights. Insights that were refreshed very recently, actually a few days ago. A few days ago I got contacted by somebody I hadn't been speaking to for many years, 4, 5, 6 years. And so I got a message, and then the moment the person called me, because we agreed at a certain time we would have a phone call, I knew that our common friend had died. And I was not shocked. It was just like, oh, he died. And then we started the conversation, we started talking, and then I was like, okay, are you somewhere sitting comfortably, or this, that? Ah, he died. Yes, okay. And that's how I generally react when I basically know it already. I just like, oh, okay, that happened, right? Yes, okay, good. So, because people are often like, oh, how should I say this, and how should I prepare a person? And I'm like, yeah, you just want to tell me that, yes, okay. So, why making a video about this? Because this friend of mine and I, we basically lost contact when I left the Netherlands in 2015, and we only had, I think, one message forth and back, and then about a month and a half ago, no, 2 months ago actually now, yeah, 2 months ago, he contacted me, and then we had a video call and we talked, and then I remembered why we lost contact. He hadn't changed in his way of being, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's it. And the thing being that he has been preparing and postponing things for later. Once I finish work and have my pension, then I'll go to my dream country. Yes, he tried before, didn't work out, but then he surrendered. And he didn't go both feet in. He just went, tried, and the way he tried it, looking back, he could have known it wouldn't work out. That's not to criticize him, but sometimes you just do something and you don't really check, or you want to keep so many safeties in place that these safeties are actually like a steel ball chained to a leg and doesn't let you go forward. So when I, for example, moved from Amsterdam to Romania, I moved and I closed everything behind me. I didn't hold on to an apartment which would be uncoverable from a normal income here, because yeah, life in Romania is not comparable to life in the Netherlands, especially not in Amsterdam, which is a very expensive city. So you cannot expect to do the same work in Romania and earn enough to cover the expense that you still have in Amsterdam. So he did try to go to his dream country, didn't work out, came back to Holland. And then he started focusing on, yeah, but once my pension, then I'll sell my apartment, and then I'll go. And I'll be happy ever after. And that happy ever after, yes, in his case, yes, that would have been the case, yes. It would not have been a romanticized thing, but he would have been happier. But there are two things that are important. One, he was postponing what he wanted to do. Think of, yeah, but later, and what if this, what if that. Need to keep all those safeties in place. And he was focusing a lot on what was not good. And I also know about myself, I can do that. But generally I do that not to complain, but to improve things. So when somebody shows me something, my critical eye immediately looks like, okay, what can be improved? It's not to be mean to that person, but like, hey, it's a great thing, but it can be even better. He on his side was complaining. So for example, I'm not saying this is a real example that happened, but let's say there is this wonderful holiday you can have to this wonderful place, but it will cost you a lot of money. And he would be complaining about how much it did cost. At least as often as he would be happy about how great it was. Or let's say you had a fantastic holiday, but you got screwed on price-wise on something. He would be focusing on that something and not like, okay, it happened, that's it, money is gone, not get it back, that's it. But the holiday was really great. He would be like, yeah, but that thing. And that's not living in the moment. If you live in the moment, money you spent yesterday is gone. Complaining about it will not bring it back, will not make you happy today, it will actually only make you miserable today. So why suffer today for something that's already in the past? Or why suffer today for something that may happen in the future? Which is something a lot of people do. We worry so much about what may happen or what may go wrong, so we need to prepare for this and for that. So in certain countries, the number of insurances that people have is enormous. You can be insured, you can have like 8 or 10 different insurances if you live in the Netherlands. An insurance for your car, insurance for your bike, an insurance for fire in your house, an insurance for water damage, an insurance for health, an insurance for liability. There are plenty of other insurances. I forgot which ones, but there are so many, and people are focused on insuring, and then they put an insurance on the insurance, and they borrow money because they need to prepare for something that may go wrong, but then on the loan they also need to put an insurance. And the funny thing is, all those insurances have these clauses with the fine print that even putting on glasses would not help. You would need a magnifying glass or binoculars to be able to see it, maybe even a microscope. And these insurances will always find a way to screw you. So of course, then you can start complaining about how the insurer screwed you over. I did actually. Once I had an insurance covering some stuff, and there was a power cut, and then everything in my freezer got rotten, so I could get the money back, but automatically I would have an own risk of the same amount for the whatever next thing that would happen. So why had I been paying for close to 20 years in insurance for something, and I would pay me around 100 euros, and then my own risk became 100 euros for the next event? It was not like I did this for fun, and if something bad would happen, would still be for fun. No, it was just something I couldn't expect, and I was insured for it. But that's how it goes. Or you take car insurance and you have an accident, and then now your insurance will go up because we had to pay you something back. So that's why my insurance rate is rising. Yes. So if I would not have an accident, I would not pay more. No. Or maybe yes, because of inflation. Okay. But if I don't have a car accident, why should I have an insurance then? So, of course, insurance companies make sure that it becomes mandatory to have certain insurance and stuff. But that is all fed by us worrying about not today, but what may happen in the future. And of course, a lot of people say, yeah, but you need to be prepared because blah, 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 blah. Yes, you can prepare. You can buy an extra house to have some insurance. Oops, there's an earthquake. House gone. The government doesn't have money to pay for that, or the insurance doesn't have money for that. Just went bankrupt because there were so many houses that got destroyed. Oops. So, yeah. What was the benefit of all of it? Nothing. So you cannot really insure yourself of anything. You can also not keep postponing things to the future. I'll do that later. There may not be any later. And you know what the biggest regret is of people who are about to die? When they look back on their life, is that they didn't live. They didn't enjoy the moment. They were so busy worrying about later. And that's how we're raised. We always prepare for later. Kindergarten is preparing for primary school. Primary school preparing for secondary school. In some countries, secondary school is preparing for high school, and then high school is preparing for university, and university is preparing for a job, and a job is basically preparing for your pension when you're old and you cannot prepare anymore. Actually, then you prepare for that by making sure your will is okay. And yeah, seriously. So the lesson here is be in the here and now. Live today. Enjoy today. Enjoy of the little things in life, not only the big things. Many people, they work all year long, and then the moment of happiness is when they go on holiday. And then that week or those 2 weeks, it really needs to be perfect. So they will drink like hell because it's like they could not drink during the year. So then they get as wasted as possible. And they spend all the money they can spend, and the rest of the year they're suffering for it. Why? Enjoy every single day. At the end of your day, look back and see. Count your blessings. See what are the good things that you did, what you experienced, what happened, or what didn't happen. But mainly focus on what you did get. And little moments are hearing that song on the radio, or coming across that song on YouTube and then listening to it, and it's like really fun, and you start dancing, and yeah, or enjoying how that food that you prepared ended up tasting like, that was really good. I just did it. I didn't prepare this, but actually then I did that, and then I remembered I had that, and it was perfect. Or that nice phone call with a friend, or sometimes just seeing that bird sitting there, or butterfly coming to you. Stop postponing, stop worrying. Live in the here and now. Enjoy. You're alive. If you're watching this, there's a high chance you're still in the prime of your life. So enjoy it. If you're getting older, definitely start enjoying. There's not much time left to worry. Start enjoying. If you're really young, well, the sooner you start enjoying, the more joy you'll have in your life. So stop worrying. So hey, live in the moment. Take a moment now at the end of this video. Don't jump to the next thing. Just take a moment, or even pause the video now. Just count your blessings today. The things you have, things you can be grateful for. You're still alive. You're healthy or healthy enough. You have certain things. You have certain people in your life. You did those beautiful things in the past few days. Or you're actually doing this beautiful thing, or simply you can be blessed that you have the possibility to be on YouTube or on Facebook and watch a video that reminds you of enjoying life. Or maybe, hey, we're friends. You should be happy that you and I are friends. Make your life beautiful by simply enjoying it.